Hi, hello. Welcome to everyone for the online classes of the accounting, that is first PUC accountancy. So, as per the NCERT, we will call it as the CBSE syllabus, NCERT syllabus. So, this is called as the 11th standard. Dear students, I would like to congratulate you to choose the combination of commerce, because today we are having a plenty of opportunities in this regarding, that in the future, after completion of our courses with a higher education, you may join for various opportunities. You will get as go super opportunities in the job market. ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು 10ನೇ 11ನೇ ತರಗತಿ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಈ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ತರಗತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಭಾಗವನ್ನು, ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ವಿಭಾಗವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾನು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ಯೋಗಾವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನು ದೊರಕಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾವು learning is a process in which you have two options, only from the viewpoint of the examination and from the viewpoint of the life. To lead your life, there are so many skills are needed for you people. In this regarding, today what you are learning is a very most important task for your future. So now I would like to go for the classes regarding the accounting. In the first chapter is introduction to accounting. Regarding today, we are all in the fastest business running in the world, that each and everyone who are running their business, they are in need of the business. The calculation of these things are the most important for everyone who are running their business. ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗನ್ನು ಕಲಿಯುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಂಶ. ಯು ಸಿ, ದ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೈ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್, it is just a brief introduction. Now I would like to tell you in detail, in depth, regarding what do you mean by this accounting. In this chapter, dear students, you will get 1 marks 1 question in your examination and 2 marks 1 question. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಈ ಪಾಠದಿಂದ 1 ಅಂಕದ 1 ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮತ್ತು 2 ಅಂಕದ 1 ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ. A business means there is an investment that is in the form of the capital. You have to incur the expenses for the laborers, for their daily wages. You have to make the payments for the transportations, or either at the end you come to know how much of the profit you have earned from the business. Like this, all the things are very much needed to the business. It is very important. Come to know. ನೋಡಿ, ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬಂಡವಾಳವನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಖರ್ಚನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಆದಾಯ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ. ಯು ಸಿ, ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ or to learn regarding any subject, there is a need of the introduction. Before the introduction part, that is the history of that particular part, come to knowing is very important. For that reason, I would like to start up with this one as a history of the accounting. Yes, history of accounting is concerned. You can see here, you see, there are in the olden days or in the ancient days, there are so many steps. Ratherly, gradually, it is started by step step. We can see here those. First one, accounting enjoys a remarkable heritage. You see, heritage is concerned, it's a best thing you can never earn. You can never earn in the past. You see, the history of accounting, it is old as the civilization. You see, in the history we have seen so many civilizations like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Sindhu, like this. There are so many civilizations what we have seen that much older than the accounting. See, the basic seeds of accounting were most likely first sown in the Babylonia, Egypt around 4000 BC. In the backside, there are some recording of the transactions for the payment of the wages and taxes on clay tablets. ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತಿಳಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದೇ ಆದರೆ, ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ನ ಒಂದು ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಸಿಂಧೂ ನದಿಯ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯ, ಬಯಲಿನ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ, ಹರಪ್ಪ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ, ಮೊಹೆಂಜೋದಾರೋ, ಈ ಥರ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವಹಿವಾಟುಗಳನ್ನು, ಕೂಲಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ತೆರಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಅದು ಆರಂಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ ಚೈನಾ ಆಲ್ಸೋ there is sophisticated form of government accounting as early as in 2000 BC. in the 2000 ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಚೀನಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. as if you come to the India, in India the basic step was found by, it's put forward by in the emperor of the Chandragupta, that is we can say Maurya emperor. In this Maurya emperor there is a minister called Kautilya, his name also known as very well known as the Chanakya, a well politician, thinker. Economic thoughts were put forwarded by him on that days. That he wrote a book called Arthashastra, which involved describing the how accounting records has to be maintained. At that moment, the kingdom was collecting the taxes from the people. That how it is to be collected from in the books of accounts, like this he put forwarded. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಂಶ ಚರ್ಚೆಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಚಂದ್ರಗುಪ್ತ ಮೌರ್ಯನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದಿರ. ಈ ಮೌರ್ಯ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಂದ್ರಗುಪ್ತನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕೌಟಿಲ್ಯ, ಅವನನ್ನ ಚಾಣಕ್ಯ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ ಮಂತ್ರಿ. ಅವನು ರಾಜನೀತಿಯನ್ನ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ತೆರಿಗೆಯ ಸಂಗ್ರಹಣೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಅವನೊಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಬರೀತಾನೆ, ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವನ್ನ ಅವನು ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಅಬೌಟ್ in the ancient. Later on, the person, one of the Italian mathematician, Luca Pacioli, he has written a book called Summa, in arithmetic and mathematical book. There is a separate chapter he was written at that moment, and a separate chapter called double entry system of bookkeeping. It is one of the first step of the foot of the accounting. So for that reason we called him as the father of the accounting. You can see him, who is the father of accounting? Luca Pacioli. ಈ ಲ್ಯೂಕಾ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿಯೋಲಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಇಟಾಲಿಯನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಷಿಯನ್. ಇವನು ತಾನು ಬರೆಯುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಗಣಿತ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ಬರೀತಾನೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಬುಕ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅಡಿಪಾಯ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವನನ್ನು ಲೆಕ್ಕಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಪಿತಾಮಹ ಲ್ಯೂಕಾ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿಯೋಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಅವನನ್ನು ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ತದನಂತರ ನಾವು accounting, it is referred as a language of the business. You see, language is concerned, it's a basic thing for to communicate the information between one person to the another person. Like that only, accounting, it is a language of the business. For the what purpose means, there are so many people in the business, they are in the need of the financial or the non-financial, especially the financial information. They have need to get that information. Accounting acts as a language for the business. ಒಂದು ಭಾಷೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇಬ್ಬರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಸಂವಹನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಸಂವಹನ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕಲೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. You see, what do you mean by computer? You see, the computer, how it is acts as a, it receives the data, process the same data, and it will gives and output the information which is useful for the purpose of the computer activities. But here, accounting, it is an information system. In general, we can say it's a meaning which receives the data and process the same and give its a output in the form of information which is useful for the decision making. Here in the business, decision making is the one of the best task for each and every business person, because he must goes on it. ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಕಲೆ ಹಾಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ದತ್ತಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ಒಳಪಡಿಸಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಪಡೆದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಯು ಮೇ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ 1 marks or 2 marks they will ask in the examination, what do you define accounting? According to the American Institute of the Certified Public Accountants, it defines as, they are defined this as, accounting is the art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money, transactions and events which are at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. Let me briefly discuss regarding this one. You see, art of recording means recording of the books of accounts in a manner, this classification, and then we can make it as a summarizing, consolidating the information in a significant manner in terms of money. So money we have to kept in our mind regarding that one, that a transaction and events which are at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. The results are very much important for the purpose of the decision making, as we have said earlier. American Institute of Certified Public Accountants ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಈ ನಾವೀಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಚರ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಕಲೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಲೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ, ವಿಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತಹ, ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಸಮರೈಸಿಂಗ್, ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕನ್ಸಾಲಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ, ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಹಣದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, in general we can say, what do you mean by this accounting? It's a meaning. So finally we can say for 2 marks, accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing and interpreting the financial transaction and communicating the results to the interested users. My dear students, for 1 marks and 2 marks you have the option of this one. Next, features of accounting. The first feature is it is an economic event. It's an economic, must and should, it's an economic event. How? You see, the business may run according to the financial transactions. So that's what we can say, it's an economic event. In this regarding, we have two different events. One is the external event, second one is the internal event. So external event, we can say, what do you mean by this external event? Transfer of something of value between two or more entities or person. The transfer of something of value between two or more entities or person. This is what we can say. That means any person, either he may be an employee or a customer or a supplier, he needs the information regarding the business, that how much it is valuable. ಹೊರಗಿನ ಅಥವಾ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಅಂಶಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು, ಈವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ, ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಕೂಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ಏನು ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. The next, internal events. You see, the internal environment in the business means the supply. The internal means the places, activities which are takes place within the organization. In a factory, we can say issue of raw materials. There are so many different type of the departments inside the organization. Those departments we can supply the goods from one department to the raw materials from another departments. This is the main feature of the accounting. One is external and second one is the internal. So this must be a financial. The second one is identification. Identification in the concern, it involves the events that are to be recorded in the books before going to, while we are recording the books of accounts, means there is an observation, that means in the form of the identification that may be recorded. It's a very important task. So then the third one is measurement. Measuring the money in terms of money. Whatever the transaction in the business, if you would like to transact, means it should be measurable in terms of money. So for example, we can say sale of goods, purchase of goods, or purchase of machinery. For example, purchase of machinery, we are going to make the payment of the money instead of machinery, and for the receiving of money instead of him, he will give you the machinery. So this is the measurable in terms of money. The next thing is recording. After identification and measurement, economic events, those events or the transactions are to be recorded in a chronological order. Chronological order means one by one, one after the another one. In the books of accounts, we have to, with a proper date, proper time, proper amount, proper etc. Like this, we have to record. Then the next thing is communication. How we have to make the communication after the above the three stages what we have seen now. This information is going to be consolidated and prepare the data like profit and loss account and a balance sheet. It is to be notified to the management for the purpose of the decision making. So these are the 5 features. So we can say again, once again, that is features of accounting. It's an economic event, and the second one identification, third one measurement, fourth one recording, fifth one communication. So after these features in the business, we have to make the books of accounts like to be say accounting means there is a process for the accounting. What is the process? Accounting process is saying, you see, it starts with the identification of the economic events and ends with the communication of the results. Process of accounting, as we have seen in the feature, first of all we have to identify the events. Any business transaction we have to identify. For example, if you purchase means it is a purchasing transaction, if you sold it's a sales transaction. Like this, first we have to identify it. Then the second one, after identification, not only identifying those, we have to make the record of a financial transaction in the books of accounts. You see, we have to record, if you sold it's a sold sales, if you purchased that both are should be recorded in the books of accounts. Then the third one is that recorded in a single book, all the things are recorded in a mixed part. Now we have to make the classification of those recorded transactions or the events into different groups, like as I said, the salespersons or the creditors or the debtors, whoever may be, we have to make it a separate groups. After separate groups, we have to make that summarization of the classified transaction or the events. We have to make the consolidation, summarizing that how much of the total purchase we have got, how much of the total sales we have got. Like this, we have to separate departments for that one. Then the fifth one, last, analysis and interpretation of the summarized reports. You see, there are some reports we are preparation. Those reports are to be analyzed and interpreted. What are the merits and demerits regarding this? After completing this fifth one, we have to communicate the information, that is report what you have prepared in the analyzed and interpreted to the management. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಆದರೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ತದನಂತರ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಚ್ಚಾ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತೀರ, ಬರೆದಿರುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಬರೆದಿರೋದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಾಲಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಮರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನು ಆ ಡಾಟಾವನ್ನು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನೆಲೆಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಾವು ಏನನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಈ ಪಾಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇದರ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಫೀಚರ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ functions of accounting, how in the next class I would like to explain you regarding what are the functions of the accounting. I hope you understand this topic and make your own separate notes regarding this one for 1 mark questions and 2 mark questions. Okay, thank you.